If you are reading this, you stand at the entrance to an ancient dwarven city. No doubt you have never heard of it, for in all my travels and all my study, I have never read of it in any text, save for the inscription here. It reads, "Those who seek refuge will find peace here, basking in the sun under the ground. Those who seek gold will find riches beyond imagining, but will pay for this folly with their lives, for there is no return to the world of man. Is it possible there is life down there? Is it possible the dwarves are still alive after all this time? As I stand here on this precipice, war raging all over Tamriel, my mind is made up. Today I take a leap of faith. Beloved reader, perhaps one day you will join me. Consider this an invitation or a warning."
Look, are you ready to go or not? Alright, but please hurry. Because he made me promise I'd stay. Well, we came here hoping to find something valuable to pay for carriage back to Cyrodiil. My name's Cassia. My brother and I came to... We didn't want to get involved in this stupid war in the first place. But our unit was wiped out by Nords and those forsworn savages. We saw a chance... So you ready to go now? I knew I could count on you. Now quickly, go! I knew I could count on you. Now quickly, go!
To whoever reads this, I am so sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you will share my fate. I have spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. But there are only two choices: death or the door to the house on the lake. I made the mistake of opening that door. I thought I could help them if I found the right one, but whatever I did, it took me right back to that lake house. In the end, all I learned is that some things are worse than death. I urge you to learn from my mistakes. Best to take your own life now, than find out what awaits you beyond that door. I've locked it and hidden the key. I'll guard it with my eternal soul if I have to. But I fear even that will not be enough. For the lake house calls to you. And when it does, you must not listen. Altreus.
I was in your shoes once, a lifetime ago. I remember the way the lake house calls to you. Like a simple choice, and yet, in the end, death was the better option all along.
Тут у меня забегало, короче, забегало. Трансляция что-то есть?
Сейчас.
Давай.
Сейчас я замучусь в Дискорде и говори.
Давай я в Дискорде замучусь, да. Сейчас я в Дискорде замутилась. По идее, что-то на трансляции должно быть. По идее. Очень бы хотелось. Я надеюсь на это. Вот. Чё как? Рассказывай.
Я там, короче, тихий затея продвинулась.
Я поняла. Ну тут на максимум стоит.
Сейчас.
Ну да.
Пропустил Сириус. Да, включи, тут всё правильно.
Ну вот, типа.
Так, хорошо, значит так.
Так.
Это на максималках стоит. Значит, расширенная. Так, зайди в расширенные свойства аудио, которые требуют
Громкость.
громкость в процентах.
Ну сколько по 150 нормально будет? Так. Чё как? Чё
А
как?
ещё?
Громче стало? Я просто не хочу.
Правильно?
Я просто оглушить не хочу. Давай на 200 поставлю. Как на 200?
Да нормально. Просто очень тихо почему.
А что-то меняется вообще от того, что я делаю громче?
Да, вот ты говоришь на стиме.
Что такое моно?
Давай замучимся. Давай ты замучишься в Дискорде, да?
Так я замученная. Я замученная. Замученная Дискордом. И так, как бы.
А, ну что, тогда я тебя слышал прямо через трансляцию.
Я сама себя слышу через тебя.
А, я себя тоже через тебя слышу. Короче, нормально ты. Ну все, что там?
Вот так, наверное.
Алло,
Алло.
алло,
Прием.
алло,
Пошло бесконечное эхо.
алло,
Потому что мы обе
Алло.
сидим на динамике.
алло.
Кайф. Ладно, тогда вырубаю
Вроде нас
Дискорд. Стрим вырубаю. По идее, мне замученно надо остаться в Дискорде, а Антону нет. По идее. Он меня будет
Хорошо.
Да, он меня будет слышать на стриме, а я его через Дискорд. По идее, так. Че ты там взял похавать себе?
Почти да.
Какао-бобы. Мужик. Кто?
Stay away. I hid that key for it. You're making a mistake.
Я тебя в Дискорде, ты меня в ОБС в Ютубе.
Очень тихо. Микрофон выключи погромче.
Давай сделаю. Забыла, как зовут. Лера сказала нормально. Я слышу себя через тебя. Почему ты меня не слышишь?
Блять, почему ты меня слышишь как?
Ты понимаешь, я себя слышу через тебя. Чего?
Ладно, давайте резко. Я потерплю, что там залез со звуком. Я тоже себя слышу, кстати. Все, в Discord заходи, а здесь звук выключен.
"7 years ago, I discovered this wondrous city uninhabited. Others soon followed, heeding my invitation, and our community grew and prospered under my rule. But as I write this, I am alone once again, for my subjects have been the victims of an unspeakable atrocity. This is why, at the expense of my own life, I must open a portal that will take you into the past, before all this began. Beloved reader, you must go back, investigate what set this atrocity in motion, and prevent it by any means necessary.
You there? Where did you come from?
Strange. It looks like you just came out of a what? Oh, I see. It's the first day of last seed, I believe. I guess you hit your head pretty hard coming down the shaft, huh? It's the hot look. You seem a little... Don't hurt anyone. Don't steal. The Jarl can tell you more and help you get settled in. Follow me. So, this is our farmland where we grow all the food you'll ever
New in town, huh? Better go and see the Jarl. What about it? It's not for sale. Oh, well in that case, you still can't have it. Let me be clear. The only way you'll get this armor is if you peel it from my corpse. Bye.
Oh, I remember the first time I met the Jarl. I was so nervous.
Hello there, young lady.
Hi there. Welcome to our... Oh, hello there.
The Jarl's waiting for you on his balcony, on your left.
There's a face I don't recognize. Welcome to my city. I'm Jarl Metellus. Tell me, what is your name? It's always exciting to meet a new member of our small community. Now, here's a key to the last vacant chambers down in the city, between Brawl and Luki. It's all yours. Now tell me, what brings you to... There's a face I don't recognize. Welcome to my city. I'm Jarl Metellus. Tell me, what is your name? Hello again. Back so soon? I'll talk to you soon, I hope. I'll talk to you soon, I hope. I sent you here. I'm not sure what you mean. Well, let's see. This is my handwriting. The victims of an unspeakable atrocity. I will open a portal that will take you into the past. You must go back. This is real, isn't it? I've even talked. But that's odd. My letter makes no mention of what caused the disaster. I suppose I was in a hurry. That's exactly what I saw when I first discovered this place. I think it has something to do with the dwarves' lore. This is bad. Yes. You see, the dwarves who built this place left inscriptions. Brawl hasn't been able to fully track. This warning keeps coming up. The many shall suffer for the sin. The truth is, I've used the dwarves' lore to frighten my people into obedience. And it's worked, so far. But let me think. You've helped me a great deal by bringing this note to my attention. I need you to investigate the city, talk to my people, help them, if it'll win. You must work out who is going to break the door. As Jarl, I authorize you to go anywhere you need to go, including private homes. But if I can't promise either of those things, but I will certainly do everything within my power to help you. And of course, if you decide to stay, I would make... Now what do you say? Will you... Thank you. Now, you must... If it helps you, you're welcome to borrow the book on my desk. It contains the name. Goodbye for now, and good luck. I don't need to tell you what will happen if you fail. Hello again.
Hi there. You gave me a bit of a fright. Well, that's a relief. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old journal. It described an event about 7 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the lake house. Said hardly a word to anyone. Walked up to the Jarl and murdered him, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said this triggered a horrific event which killed everyone in the city, while the stranger just disappeared in a flash of light. I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, come again? Let me see that.
Gods.
This is horrible. But I don't understand how I could have... I'm not sure I understand. So, you're saying, because you stopped a time portal from being... I guess you saved my life then. But... look at all the death and destruction you've caused. And now you and I are going to have to live with the knowledge of what happened here for the rest of our... I've been ready to get out of here from the moment I set foot... I have one idea. There might be a way... I'm not strong enough. But I think if you hit it really hard with a mace or a warhammer, we might be able to escape through there. It's this way.
Atreus, there you are. Thank the gods you're all right. It kept you so long.
Sorry, Cass. I got lost in there for a while. If you hadn't sent your friend in to help me, I would have been trapped down there for good. And that place gives me the creeps. It's littered with burnt corpses. The whole time I was down there, I felt like I was being watched. How about we get some sleep, and then head back to Markarth?
Well, all right. But first, let me thank our friend. Thank you so much for bringing him back in one piece. I really thought I'd lost him. Now, I promised you a reward. Thanks again, my brother. And I are in your debt. I'd love to chat, my friend, but I've been awake for days and... I really need to get some...
Hello again, my friend. Any word about the matter we discussed? Of course. What do you want me to clarify? I'll talk to you soon, I hope. Well, I hope your investigation has been thorough. I don't want you accused. But you said... Oh, never mind. Just make sure you get it right. All right. Well, let me know when you've worked it out. I'll have to trust your judgment.
got my eye on ya. What? Did you? No use talking to me, young'un. Can't hear a word you're saying. Used to be a vigilant offender till I slipped off. You make sure you put some distance between you, for you didn't catch a word. And I'll be honest, being deaf ain't half so bad as you'd think. No one bothering you asking questions. Sorry, young'un, no idea what you're... Still can't hear ya.
Get out of here! Can't you see I'm taking a bath? Get out of here! Can't you see I'm taking a bath?
I'm a little busy, but... Why, you think if you butter me up, I'll start making food for you, too? Well, fine. My story? That. I was bored. A lot. Started looking. I was a living cliche. Lost my husband, my home. If I couldn't keep myself away from the skooma, I haven't touched the stuff since. Still get the cravings. I got myself trapped in here for a good reason. No way I'm going back up there. So no, I don't know where. And I wouldn't want to know. Bye.
Hello, dear. Oh my, it's very nice of you to take an interest in my life, dear. But you don't need to humor an old woman. Really? Well, you're the first person in the city. Cleanliness is next to godliness, or so they say. Oh, you haven't met him yet. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll introduce himself to you sooner or later. He's homeless. I feel sorry for him. I think most of us do. But ever since his brother died, he's been upset. The Jarl decided because he can't work, he doesn't deserve to live in a house like the rest of us. So he lives in a tent, in a cave of sorts. But don't let him drag you into it. I'm quite sure it's imaginary. A great loss can do terrible things to a person's mind. Well, anyway, that's about all there is about me to tell, I'm afraid. I'm not very interesting. See you another time, then.
Hello, Petal. What a pretty thing you are. Yes, I do. Death. Death. My story? It's about a quiet man who preferred to keep to himself. Short and sharp.
Working hard? My story? Well, I'm from Markarth originally. Started working at Kolskegga Mines as a lad, and I was doing pretty well for myself, until somebody just... I had a wife and son. Meanwhile, I'm stuck down here, supervising workers to earn me keep, waiting for the day that I can get out of here and back to me. I wish. Seems like dwarfs designed this place to keep folk in. But the only thing that keeps me sane is thinking that... Well, I'd be lying if I said they're happy. But I'd also be lying if I said I can't. But they seem to have an hard time grasping that somebody around here's got to work the farms. Or we all... Seems like a decent man at first. But he's got a temper on him. Once he told me he killed a man. Before... Of course, down here with the dwarves law, a bad temper could land us all in a lot of trouble. Alright, well, I'll see you around.
Help! There's a looter coming into the city. I saw a man come down the shaft, but he was armed and he looked like a looter. If he makes it into the city and starts attacking people, he'll break the dwarves' law, and who knows what will happen. You have to... Is it over? Is it safe? Oh, thank the gods. What a relief. Thank you so much. If there's ever anything my husband Habik and I can do to help you, just... Oh, there's not much to tell. My husband Habik runs the clothing store in town. You should stop by. Not that you don't look good now, I mean, it's just... You know, nice clothes are... Oh, I guess that's why they've got me sweeping the floors day in, day out. Did you see anyone working in the Citadel? I'll bet you didn't. And why? Because Habik's a Red Guard and I'm a Breton. I bet if we were both Imperial, it'd be a different story. The worst part is we left Solitude to get away from bigoted... Of course. Oh. No offense, but if you're interested, you can talk to my husband, Habik, in his shop, Firefly Finery. What would we do? Start a rebellion? No way. Not after the dwarves warned. I'd be a fool not to. If you're not convinced, you should go and talk to Brohl in his chambers. He knows more about the dwarves than anyone. All right. If I did, Habik and I probably wouldn't be here. But Ulrin's wife managed to escape a while back. He doesn't like to talk about it, but you might be able to get him to open up, I suppose. Quintus? No, there's no one by that name here. But if you're looking for an Imperial, I'd check the Citadel. That place is crawling with Imperials. Nice to talk to you. See you soon.
Heard you got to kill those looters. Wish I could have just... What do you want? If I did, I would... Get out of my face. My problem is that I'm the only one around here whose head isn't back. I mean, everyone acts like nothing. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is, I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling these statues? Uh-huh.
Ah, the Bandit Slayer. Good to see you. My friend, you're in luck. I actually do, but, let's keep... But, I'll be honest with you. See, it's only gonna work for one person, yeah. I've been keeping it to myself, but, I'm a reasonable guy, yeah. I reckon I could be... What's the word? Persuaded? Persuaded to give it away for, say, 1,000 gold coins? My friend, I can tell you it involves magic. Very special and very rare magic. But, I shouldn't say any more than that. Well, I like you, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Business here, it's hard. And if I don't have the coin to pay the Jarl, then I lose my shop. What I'm saying is, I need the money, my friend. That's all I need. Until next time.
What do you want?
Oh, I'm so glad you decided to come see me. You want to hear about little old me? Aren't you adorable? But wouldn't you rather hear what only one way out of this city, and that's through the bottom of a mug of moonshine, if you get me? But then again, some folks will overdo it. Ulrin, the Dunmer fellow, can't miss him. Hit the drinks just sits there, night after night. Poor guy. Wish I knew what happened to her. Nobody here locks their door, except the Jarl. I hear there's a locked room on the top floor of the Citadel, but nobody's seen what's inside. Have you seen Rygus walking around in that shiny armor of his, all paranoid, like those dwarven Did you know there are tunnels running all the way under the city? Last one to go down there was Brandis, and it sent him to his deathbed. Did you know that beautiful palace above the lake is sealed? Brawl says the last person to go in there locked it behind him. I wonder what's in there. There's something creepy about Marius up in the Citadel. Plus, he never comes down to the tavern. And you just can't trust a man who doesn't drink. Did you notice the big crack in the floor near the city gate? They say some poor fool fell to his death trying to scale the front of the Citadel. Come and visit me again anytime you like.
I heard you took down some bandits. Wish I could have sunk my axe into one of them. Hello there, friend. Hello there, friend. Well, it's a sad one. But I don't mind telling it. Name's Go. It was a good life. Fresh milk and eggs one day when I was about 18. My father told me to run back to the... I found him dead. My mother passed soon after, and I took over the farm. The raiding started before long. I'd come outside at dawn and find a few chicken. That was the first time in 5 generations. One night, when we had nothing left to steal, I took my father's axe and pulled the door open, but there were more of them. I never saw how many. My home was burned to rubble. It's still burned. Well, at least I got one of the bastards. Cleave that grin of his right. Anyhow, after that I drifted some. Took odd jobs around folk. I started taking things. Just small things. Carrots, a cabbage. And then one day, I watched myself. Next thing I knew, I was looking for a place to die. Well, I'm a farmer, but the land I work isn't mine. Metellus had declared himself. I'm not. All I've ever wanted. That bloody yarn. He's no... But just do me a favor and keep that last part to yourself. Fair enough. See you around.
Oh, it's you. Hello again.
You there. Come over here. What? That doesn't matter. Stendar. He plants these images in my head. He shows something terrifying. Deep in the... But the energy... It seeps into your bones.
By the 8! I hear you took on a band of marauders by name's Castellus Vitus, military engineer of the Imperial Legion. Out of action right now, but don't worry, I'm still in the service. What about you? Now that's just the sort of cowardly nonsense I'd expect from a Stormcloak sympathizer. Well, I suppose you're right. But don't think that friendship will last if we ever get out of here. You understand? If I did, I'd be up there, fighting the good fight for the Legion. I'm not stuck in this hole like an old bear. Spit it out, then. Ah, yes, my workshop. Well, of course, as an... How complicated can it be, I thought. As it turns out, it's extremely complicated. Well, I think I know what they are. They all seem to be connected to the pipes running all over the city and down the front of the citadel. And I've seen these things before in other ruins, but these are different. But whenever you see one of these things, remember, someone or something is watching. Suspicious behavior, you say? Ah, so the Jarl has found it. Well, the Citadel's mainly full of good Imperial stock. Lately, I've been wondering if the Citadel isn't haunted. Every now and then, mostly late at... I'll be damned if I know where it's coming from, but it's not Gaia next door, so who could it be but a ghost? Gods know a lot have died in here. Yes, well, not completely. A little. I think There's a single pipe on the top floor bringing water from outside the Citadel inside. Water that... But that's not all. It seems the water flowing through these pipes causes these gears to rotate. The dwarves were brilliant engineers. I doubt I could hold a candle to them. Not that I would need to, with all the lights in this place. Jarl's got me working on repairs to the Citadel. This place was built to last. Door hinges need to be oiled, cracks need to be patched up, and that... But it's a good idea to make yourself useful around here. No doubt the Jarl will make good use of your skills too. Right you are.
Ah, there she is. Looking to make a purchase, my friend. Until next time.
What can I do for you, my friend? Me? I'm Vernon, your friendly grocer and all-around nice guy. You want fresh food? You're in the right place. Wait, did you hear that? Oh, no. Someone just slid another letter under my door. Could you... do me a favor and grab that before anyone else sees it. Well, what did it say? You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could... The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. That's about all I know. You should go and talk to Brawl in his chambers if you want to know more. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. It's not as if somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company. Nothing gets by you, does it? Sorry, that was mean of me. Yes, I like men. I saw enough friends attacked and driven away by angry men, so I hid who I was for... what was it, 20 years? Living... But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, and... Needless to say... Since I'm now living underground on the opposite corner but at least down here, I get to be who I am. Or, at least... No, I don't. I keep my personal affairs to myself, and I've never... It wouldn't usually bother me. I ever but if these threats keep getting worse... Eventually, my secret admirer is going to get violent and break the dwarves' laws. Let's hope so. Come back soon!
Miranda told me you cut down those looters before they breached the city. Welcome to Firefly Finery. I'm Habik. I live out back with my wife, Miranda. We used to live in Sullen. The Jarl needed someone to mind the store. So I volunteered. The Jarl says he likes to keep us busy and out of trouble. But of course, he and all his cronies and our son was working at my stables outside the city. This Imperial thought he'd just take one of the horses as a tithe. But Limar wouldn't stand for it. And as the thief rode off, my son managed to shoot an arrow into... I came back from the market to find my son's body, trampled in the dirt. I went straight to Torig's court and demanded justice. Instead, he seized my stables and told me if I ever set foot. So we left. Wandered Skyrim for a while, and eventually wound up here. I was hoping this place would be better, I wish it was that simple. But the dwarves wrote, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." But maybe they meant all sorts of things, like dishonesty or disobedience. So I could ignore his orders. Sure, I could even lead an uprising against him, but I'd be risking the lives of everyone here, and I just don't want to be responsible for that. So here I am, running my shop. Could be worse. Don't be a fool. That sort of dangerous talk could get us all killed. If you don't believe me, go and talk to Broll. Dunmer. All right. No, I don't. But I'd wager that if anyone does know a way out, it's the Jarl. But of course, if he told any... Ah, you saw my notice then. What about it? Thank you. The ring belonged to my son, Limar. He wore it everywhere. It was the only thing I had to remind me of him. But a while ago, I dropped it down the stairs in my shop. The trouble is, I've never been able to unlock the door, or work out what's down there. So I'll bet that somebody, somewhere in the city, knows a way down there. And who knows what else you'll find once you get in. Yes? Have you found it? That's it. Oh, thank you. I know it's only a ring, but... Now, I know I promised you a reward. So here's a little something for your troubles. Thanks again. Well...
Yes, my friend.
Hello there.
What can I do for you, my friend?
I hear you're handy in a fight. Glad you're on our side, love. Hello, neighbor. My story. It's hard work. Probably harder than being Jarl, but I don't mind it. No, love. I don't think he works hard at all. Doing... You know what? But live and let live, I say. Long as I have a roof over my head and food on my table, and good neighbors like Gulvar, I can't complain. Oh, come on, love. It's not that bad, is it? You've only just arrived. Why not give the place a chance before you go looking for a way out? That's more like it. I'll be seeing you around, love.
Oh, hello. I wasn't following you. My what? My story? I came here with my brother Harable. He used to... I'm not very good at remembering things. Sometimes, well, my brother told me before he died, I've asked the others for help, but they don't help me. The Jarl, even here. Do you think you can read it for me? Tell me what it says. Well, what does it say? A way out? Oh, no, I can't leave. I need to... You did? Oh, thank you. What does it say? What? No, that can't be right. My brother, he told me. You'll help me, won't you? You'll help me find it, please. Thank you. All I know is that it's hiding somewhere in the city. And you need this rusty key. My brother gave it to me to unlock it. I don't remember things so good. But he said it was hidden under the ground and that I have to hold my... Yes, what about it? Bye-bye.
Hello, neighbor.
Oh, it's you. Hello again.
Hello there.
We can talk, but be quick. Domitus could be back any second. I'm Saphira. I'm from Markarth, from a part called the Warrens. Said he was there for business. Nobody has any business being in the Warrens. But he had coin, and when he saw... Long story short, I followed him here. The more I think about it, though, I would have been better off in the Warrens with the beggars and skeevers. Guess you haven't met him, huh? Take my advice. Stay as far away from him as you can. If only... Look, whoever dreamt up the Dwarves' Law didn't think it through. Maybe it was meant to protect people, but what it really does is make everybody too afraid to stand up for themselves or challenge people. He's next in line as Jarl of this place, so he gets his way by threatening to punish anyone who doesn't do what he wants. He's never physically hit anyone here, but the point is, he doesn't have to. I've seen him make... I cry most days. I think about leaving him, but where would I go? He says he'd make sure I wound up living in poverty again, like poor old Dooley. No, interfering will only make things worse. The only way you can help me... I don't know if there's a way out or not, but there are places beneath this city nobody has ever explored. If I were you, I'd start with... Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for. Funny, I was gonna ask you the same question. Alright, but we never had this chat, okay?
Oh, it's you. Hello again. Come and visit me again anytime.
Hello, neighbor. Would you like to hear about my research? My story? What a strange question. Well, that's nonsense, of course. First, second, you would have to assume that the account I give you is biased. And finally, my story is really much less interesting than this mysterious place. Now, do you have any... Well, why didn't you say so? I researched Dwarven history and technology, and I'm originally from Kragenmoor in Morrowind. Any other questions? Now that's an interesting question. I personally don't know any way out, no. However, I have a theory. My thinking is that if there was a way out of here, the dwarves who built this place must have known about it. True, but we can learn all sorts of things about them from what they left behind. Inscriptions, architecture, relics, statues. And while I've discovered many things here, there are some parts of the city. I'm most interested in the palace, above the lake. Unfortunately, it's sealed up tight. Only one man ever managed to enter, and he never came out. That was Narnabas, and we haven't heard from him in years. Strange fellow. I believe he was looking for the secrets of the dwarves too. If you could find a way in there, I'm sure it would tell us a great deal about this place. Who knows what secrets we could uncover. Farewell. Come back if you think of any question. Hello, neighbor. Made any Well, the dwarves who built this city left inscriptions in the citadel, which My research leads me to believe that if a single member of our community sins, it'll trigger an event. I believe such an event occurred some years ago, which is why Metellus found the city littered with burnt corpses. But to this day, there are many questions we simply don't have answers for. And we may never know, as long as nobody attacks or steals from anybody else. Until time travel. You know, as it happens, I do. I gave up on that idea a long time ago. But recently the Jarl... Can I ask what the nature of your interest is in this? I don't quite know what to say to that. But I always enjoy discussing my theories with a receptive mind. So I'll humor you. What did you want? For argument's sake, if you found yourself in that position, you'd have only two options. A paradox, you see, would involve changing the past so as to prevent the events which caused you to travel back in time in the... But you'd be taking a big risk by doing that. Who knows what the consequences would be? Some say that whatever you do, it will lead you right back to the future that took you back in time in the first... But me, I believe that creating a paradox should fling you back to your original time, having changed the past for you. Well, let's say for argument's sake that you really have traveled here from... Essentially, you could do anything that would remove your means or motivation. For example, you came here to achieve some goal. Achieving that goal would mean you will never have been motivated to come here. Or, if the thing that allowed you to travel back in time is still here, as a past version of itself, that would mean, of course, that you will never have been able to travel back in time. Another paradox. But doing so could have terrible consequences. But if you really are from the future, as unlikely as that is, Telling me or anybody else what happens next could have disastrous consequences too. I think it's best if we talk about something else. That is the sun under the ground. Or at least, I must confess, I haven't the faintest idea of how it works. But, of course, if it ever stops glowing, for whatever reason, I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. Ah yes, fascinating, isn't it? It seems to be radiating from something deep beneath the city, but I've never been down far enough to see. But if the dwarves were able to access the quarry that appears to be down there, presumably, so perhaps a full suit of dwarven armor would protect you. Not just any old dwarven armor, though. It would have to be in immaculate condition. Ah, yes. Most dwarven armor you see these days is quite badly worn, but this piece is still perfect, after thousands of years. It also seems to have some magical properties. It all but killed Brandis when he went down there. But he didn't have a full set. If you can get down there safely, let me know what you discover. Farewell. Come back if you think of any questions. Hello, neighbor. Made any exciting new discoveries?